What's up, Dallas?
You guys write something.
Hey man, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Seems like well, first of all, let's address bandana. Why the bandana?
Coming in like a bandit here to take everything that's mine.
I feel like this week's been a bit of an emotional week for you. At the weigh-ins, you got a bit of a less than stellar reaction from the crowd, and you seem to play into that. You seem to invite it on, even again tonight. What gave you that mindset? Why?
It's not the first time I've been the bad guy. I don't like that role, but if they're gonna, boo me, then I gotta embrace it. I'm not gonna fight that energy. I'm just gonna take it in and use it to my advantage.
Do you think it's because you were fighting a guy like Chase Hooper, who's like a kid?
Exactly.
Popular, is that why?
Yeah, I 100% think that it's because I'm fighting the kid. Everybody loves Chase Hooper. He's a young up-and-comer. He's a hell of a talent, and to be 21 years old fighting on this level, I got nothing but good things to say about the kid. He's a fan favorite, and I come in here to take everything that he's been given. So I expected to have a tough crowd, but I feel like I deserve everything that he's got. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been fighting for 13 years. I've had ups and downs. I've never taken an easy fight. I've always fought everybody they put in front of me. So I feel like I deserve this, and I'm here to take it, and now it's mine.
It's nothing personal against him, right, though? That's just the way the business is. He had to get the opportunity before you, right?
Not at all. It's nothing's. I don't take anything personal in this game. It's all business, and I chose the path that I took, and we just crossed paths, and we happen to cross paths now. So he has what I feel like I deserve. So I went in there and I took it.
I think maybe it would be fair to say some of the boos maybe had to do with the weight as well. Can you explain what happened there and how come you didn't make the scales?
Yeah, I mean that had could have something to do with it, but I feel like it was more just because of the opponent. But as far as the weight cut, I don't want to make any excuses. It's the first time I've missed weight for the record, and it won't happen again.
Was something just happened? Miscalculation?
Exactly. I got to chalk it up to a miscalculation. Long story short, I normally cut most of the weight the night before, and I sleep like shit. And I wanted to try and switch things up this time. And it's been a long layoff for me. I've been off for a year and a half, and I felt like I was really healthy going into this, and that I could switch things up. And I just tried to mix things up, and it didn't work out for me. So now I know it's a hard lesson learned, and I'm the one paying for it. So I pay for it with 20% of my purse, and it won't happen again because I don't like giving up money.
Back to the fight tonight. It seemed from watching it back here that he just didn't have the strength to compete with you in the grappling. You just were much stronger than him.
He didn't have the strength nor experience. He was really slick on the ground. His length come into play, and but I was just wise to all his tricks. I've been around for a long time. I fought a lot of black belts. I'm an expert on the ground, and I showed that tonight.
Last one for me, just out of curiosity, what it's like fighting a guy like that. Do you think there's some people saying that, man, it's too early for him to be in the UFC and he should maybe go down to a lower level, then come back? Being there and competing against him, did he feel like he was UFC ready, or do you feel that maybe he could benefit from growing a little bit more?
Yes and no. It depends on the path you take. He took that path that brought him to the UFC before he had that much experience. I took the path where I was thrown to the wolves on an early level in my career. I was fighting for championship belts when I had 4 fights as a pro. So, I was a local champion. I was a world champion before I came to the UFC. I fought 4 or 5 5-minute round or 5 fights. So, I've been in those big fights. He's never had a 5-round fight. So it's kind of just the path that he took, and he has a skill to be on this level. I think he just needs a little more experience.
Oh, sure, over here. Do you think this is something like we look back 5 years from now, like you caught him at the right time, so to speak?
Most definitely. He's only going to get better. Chase Hooper's definitely got a hell of a future ahead of him. I think he's definitely going to get better. And, who knows? I'm here to stay. I'm the man of steel. I'm here to stay for a long time. And I feel like maybe somewhere down the road we can meet in a main event.
And you alluded to the long layoff and getting healthy. Did COVID in a weird way help you out?
In a way, it kind of slowed everybody else down. I had a pretty extensive surgery, and that put me out. It was originally supposed to be a 6-week recovery, and then it turned out to a full ligament repair, and that ended up being a 16-month layoff. So it was supposed to be a small procedure, ended up being a big procedure, and that put me on the sidelines for a while. So I was out of the gym, and then when COVID happened, it put everybody else out of the gym for a little bit. So I kind of slowed everybody else down to my speed.
Give some insight to your mindset right now, because you sound like somebody that's preparing to make a run. It's like you know something that we don't know, and you're ready to show us.
Exactly. I know a lot you guys don't know. You guys haven't seen my path, my ups and downs in my career, in my life. I've been through it all. I talk to 40-year-old men that are going through things that I went through when I was 22. So, and I'm able to give them my experience and help them. So the experience that I've gained is, it's intangible. Like nothing can touch that experience. And I'm definitely ready to make a run. I'm coming into my prime, and I'm ready to show the world what I do know.
How quickly you want to return to cage? And is it a big deal if you get 2 more fights, or just 1 more with us being halfway done with 2021?
I definitely would like two more this year, if not 3 more. I want to stay extremely busy. I'd like to fight again by August for sure.
We keep talking about the experience and the gap in experience between you two. Were you surprised that you were the underdog coming into this one?
I wasn't the underdog, unless the odds changed coming into today.
They must have.
They must have. I did expect that his crowd and his fan base would bet him up. So I was kind of hoping that I would be the underdog so I can make my friends some money.
Do you take that sort of thing personally? I mean, you mentioned he has what I feel like I should have. Do you feel like you take that sort of thing personally coming into a fight like
No, it's business. I feel like I've earned that, and I just got to go out there and prove it.
It looks like you're shaping up for it, Ron. Is there a name on the tip of your tongue, somebody you want in this division that you feel like will get you where you want to go?
Nate the Train, he's a loudmouth. I'm a quiet, soft-spoken guy. If I got to speak up, closed mouth don't get fed, right? So Nate the Train, let's run it.
Is there anything personal in that call out, or just stylistically you like that fight?
I just don't like loudmouths. He grabs the mouth, the mic, he screams, he sounds ignorant, and that sells, man. People eat that shit up. Like his social media following is through the roof. It's ridiculous. I try to say something that's meaningful, and try to talk to kids and be a good influence. And look where it gets me. It gets me made out to be the bad guy, and nobody wants to follow me on Instagram. So fuck it. I'm gonna call out some guys and get some followers.
You have the unique position where you missed the pandemic era of fights. You never fought in an empty arena or the Apex or had to go to Fight Island or anything. So your last fight was in, I believe, full capacity in Mexico City, if I remember correctly, and then you came back. Could you sense any change in the fans at all, knowing that like they haven't been able to go to fights in years? So you may not feel the difference, but could you feel any difference in the vibe of it?
Hell yeah, I could feel them. Everybody's been itching to get out of the house. I felt it just back home. Back when the bars opened, the clubs opened, people were wilding out, just like ready to get loose. And then at the weigh-ins, I could feel it. The crowd was just ready to blow. And then out there tonight, everybody's just ready to go to live events and just get into a sport. It doesn't matter. You could be playing golf out there. You allow a crowd out, they're gonna be losing their minds.
PFW.
Thanks, guys.